Eddie, your company also invests a lot in look at the startup as well in Hong Kong. What do you think are the opportunities here for them?
Well, first of all, we are a startup too. We've been around for 15 months only, but so we're still young. Despite we have done quite a lot. To your points, I think the new regulation created, in fact, not just the regulation, the statement by the Hong Kong government have created a lot of new jobs. I think a new startup. So I'll be quite specific here. One of which is cryptography. I think Duncan touched base on blockchain. So meaning, if anyone want to do something on-chain and for a financial market, I think we usually can find a purpose, security token offering. Those are new jobs. In fact, Singapore has been ahead of us. I traveled to Singapore last year twice. Most of them ex-finance people, UBS, whatnot. I used to work in UBS as well, ex-colleagues who have done tokenization for 5 years. And now what? They actually want to come to Hong Kong because they know that Hong Kong is the financial center. I mean, we trade more stocks and bonds than in probably 1 month than they do in a year. So you better do tokenization here. So create lots of jobs. When regulation comes in, when the government also express a determination to create this Hong Kong as a financial center with tokenization. That's the last one. 2 is actually cryptography that I just mentioned. So I think Duncan was right. Cryptography and crypto, let's say crypto tokens, prices, FTT and whatnot, they are related and not really. It's almost like if you want to have, I like fishball, sorry, I can only think of fishball when I'm on stage. I want to have a fishball today, yudan, I want to say yudan. Obviously, you can always create fishball with meat or fish, but then the purpose of cooking fish, or the skills of cooking fish, which is cryptography, is way beyond yudan, trust me, I think the Chinese cuisine has so many good dishes, right? So we focus on cryptography. We focus on how to cook, how to make it into the top dishes. So that's where application comes in. So when it comes to information transfer, when it comes to payment, cryptography is what I think these young kids knows best. And that's how the world has changed and can be changed. Because with the cryptography, information are transferred in a secure way. You as an owner, like myself or yourself, can have your own applications, own your own data, make your own transfer safely and securely, which never happened before. And that's where like Duncan said, the Web 2, the World Wide Web, which is the TLS applications, versus today's new technology of cryptography enable information transfer is different. And if Hong Kong doesn't have people like us here, if Hong Kong government hasn't came out, I don't think people will focus on it. There's so many new opportunities and new startups that we're working with already. Here in Hong Kong and also obviously outside of Hong Kong as well, a lot of universities. So we ourselves as a firm, we have engaged with 3 different universities in Hong Kong. And some of the engagement went as far as like 2 to 3 different teams. So some are AI, some are blockchain, some are cryptography, some are more financial engineering, so that we can create so-called an outcome or output products that can sell to customers.
Okay, thank you. So that's the technical aspect of the opportunity. Okay, next let's move on to Eddie. Eddie, you are the CEO of ARTA TechFin, which is a major player in technology and financial services in Hong Kong, right? Could you share more with us about your company?
Thank you for the opportunity. So ARTA TechFin is a listed company in Hong Kong. Our chairman and majority shareholder is Dr. Adrian Chan. I'm sure a lot of you know him well. So what do? We actually are an interesting company. We embrace regulation before anyone talk about regulation. So we carry 9 different financial licenses in Hong Kong. 5 with Hong Kong SFC, type 1, 2, 4, 6, and 9. Stand for asset management, brokerage, and investment banking license, corporate advisory. We also Hong Kong Exchange participants. We also carry insurance brokerage, trustee, and money lending license. So why are they all relevant actually to Duncan's keywords regulation? While we are providing, we have a team that provides traditional financial service, but our missions and also the reason why we exist is to develop and transform traditional service into blockchain-based financial service, which we did already. So there were keywords about STO. We have a team of 6 from finance, a team of 12, and hopefully some of you here will become our partners or team members. So most of them are quite young. In the 12-person team, they're mostly scientists. I mean, the older ones, the professor will be older, but the younger one, cryptographer, who help us to build blockchain and cryptography-based technology infrastructures. So STO, so we obviously don't want to launch a token without SFC, so we are regulated by SFC. So we work with the SFC in terms of tokenizations. Separately, we also have businesses where we develop, so everyone think about finance. I think Hanji was spot on. I mean, this is way bigger than finance. The blockchain application is wide, and I guess what we're doing now is actually developing a blockchain-based, again, blockchain-based is a misleading word, but cryptography and blockchain-based infrastructures that allow what we call decentralized ID, decentralized identifications. It also worked well with the Hong Kong government, where Hong Kong government is promoting they call it FinTech 2025 initiative. That CKYC is being one of them. I have I'm Smart digital ID myself. Can we use it for opening bank account or opening or even signing up to this event, for example? Can I even trade on an unregulated exchange on DeFi, which is permissionless? I mean, I'm sure most of the folks here would love it. I think they would side with you. But then I would side with Duncan too, because I want it to be regulated. That's our business too. Can we make the person regulated and also the activity regulated? But the infrastructure itself is not regulated or permissionless. It's totally technologically possible. That's what we're building. So we have 2 businesses. I think the last thing that related to Hanjin is actually we have a team of NFT. We actually have an NFT magazine. It's called ARTA Scene. It's a shame I forgot to bring the QR code over. But some of our colleagues are here, but also you can visit our website, and also I'll share later perhaps with the with the audience here. The magazine is a Web3 magazine. It's art and culture, and what we promote is just not NFT that goes online and then either it got repu or basically it's an image that means nothing. So there are 2 parts of it. The boring part, but the real part is actually having some real asset backing an NFT. And the NFT itself can be fractionalized. The fractionalized one will be security, the NFT one will be the NFT one, right? And also, we host events. We actually work with the DeFi community, Suki being one of them, where they are a global community, it's on chain, right? But then when they come to real life, they need a place to get to know people, meet people like today. So we did that in K11 last year, where we have so-called digital event, NFT online and NFT offline event. It was very well turned out, lasted for 2 days, and then I'll skip the detail. But for those who are interested, I think the message here is crypto prices are volatile, and I agree with Duncan. There's nothing backing it. It doesn't mean that it can't trade. It just means that one has to be careful. And I'm generally favoring cash settled, regulated crypto derivative over physical, because I think the settlement risk and the counterparty risk are lower. With that said, we're also creating solutions that make it not so dangerous or make it even safe and regulated. I think that's what we do.
Thank you, Eddie. I think blockchain-based identity is a very good, has a very good potential to grow. Actually, in fact, out of our 130 teams for the hackathon, actually some of them also utilize this idea for medical record, for CV, education history, etc. So that's why I think you can actually teach them more.
No, I think this event. I think the kids are very good. By the way, we hired an intern last year after this event. He was 14 years old, so Duncan one son actually. Right. And he came in and Rex, and he was 14, and he cracked everyone. So the 18, 20, and then 20 years old, they look like ashamed because they couldn't write the same code as he did. So yeah,
certainly a lot of talents here. This is what the Hong Kong government